Hello everyone, it's me, Fun Figure Reviews, and today I'm here with another figure review. Today I'm here with Juri because she won the vote in the community tab. Yeah, pretty much. So here she is, here's her box. She's from Storm Collectibles. I can't believe I almost forgot that. Yeah, and here's everything she comes with. I do have to preface, this figure is pre-owned, but that does not mean the figure has any issues. The figure doesn't have any paint scratches or defects of any kind that I can tell from right now. The paint doesn't look to be weathered at all, so honestly, I got this figure in really good condition for a pretty good price, which I'm very happy about because, man, this figure was going for quite the amount on the aftermarket. So I'm just glad I was able to find it for a good price, right? Because I don't believe this figure is really being sold, or they're really re-releasing this figure, which sucks because it's a pretty good figure. It's really a good figure, you know? But with that being said, let's continue with this review. Alright, so first up, as you can tell, she comes with a boatload of accessories. But before we get to that, let's just look at her right now. And she looks great. She looks really good. I love the detail they put in her eye. Detail all around her. Oh, that's cool. I wonder if I line that up, does the pattern still go? Oh yeah, the pattern basically matches up on its own. That's cool. This is really cool. This kind of made me think of Spider-Gwen, because there's a giant spider on the back of her. I'm like, oh my god, Juri is secretly a part of the Spider-Verse. You know? But yeah, as you can tell, she looks really good. Very well sculpted, designed. She looks great overall. Right? No real complaints. Let's get to accessories. And first up, we got an alternate head, which is more serious than the head we get on the figure initially. As you can see, it's more of a serious or kind of angry face, which is cool. Our next accessory, or head sculpt, is this, which is cool. There is only one problem I have with it. It's that the eyes are facing towards the left, right? And I feel like that can limit what poses you can get her in with this head sculpt. But yeah, other than that, it's pretty cool. I really like it. She comes with an effect piece, which goes on her foot when she's kicking, which is cool. It's made out of translucent plastic. It's kind of soft, almost kind of bendy, but I wouldn't test the tolerance on it at all. You don't want to break this, you know. Of course, she comes with her stand. I'll get to that probably at the end of the video and show you guys, because the stand is a real hassle, right? At least for me, it's a hassle, you know. So let's just get to her hands, right? And then we'll get to the comparisons. So first up, she has a pair of sprayed out or sprawled out hands, right? They're just wide open. You know, I'm pretty sure this is standard for most figures. If they're gonna have any other sets of hands, it's most likely gonna be these. You know, unless you're Spider-Man, then you have to have your flippers. You know? Alright, for her next set of hands, you got these, which actually look really great. They're the hands that you can see on the box right there. At least I'm pretty sure these are the hands. It's either these or those ones over there. But yeah, these are kind of more, these are sprayed out too, but they're kind of bending up like they're about to close, you know. Yeah. Also, these hands you could basically use in a stop motion. Like you take a picture of this one, and then take a picture of this one, and then take a picture of her closed fist, and it would look so natural. I actually can't wait to do that for today's stop motion. But yeah, as you can see, looks really, really great. Oh wait, that's the wrong hand. I forgot to get the other hand. Sorry guys. But yeah, as you can see, these hands look really, really good. They're very well painted. I even love that they painted in her nails. They didn't have to do that, but the fact that they went through so much detail really makes me happy. Man, this is great. Also, the hands are made out of a very soft plastic, right? Like, it's not hard plastic like the Mafex Spider-Man hand over here, right? Like, it's not hard plastic. It's just really soft, almost kind of malleable plastic, you know. It's almost like a rubbery texture too. It almost feels like rubber, which is weird, you know. Next up, let's get to comparisons and compare it to some figures. So first up, let's compare it to some Mafex. Right here. Come on, Spider-Man, please stand. There you go. As you can see, she's definitely taller than Catwoman. Absolutely taller than Spider-Man, without a doubt. You know, she towers over your 6-inch figures, you know, absolutely. But then again, I'm pretty sure she's 7-inch. Because there's no way she's 6-inch. There's no way. If she's 6 inches, feel free to correct me in the comments, but I don't think so. For our next up comparisons, we got the model kit and Chun-Li. Right? And they look pretty good together. Chun-Li, of course, is smaller, but that's fine, you know. You can make it work if you pose juri in a very certain way. You can make it work to the point where it isn't that noticeable. But yeah, she looks pretty good to them. All right. For our last comparison, we have our Marvel Legends Black Widow. I just wanted to put a Marvel Legends in here, I'm going to be honest. And there they are. As you can see, she towers over Black Widow. It's actually kind of funny how tall she is. But yeah. Overall, I would say she doesn't really fit in too well with your 6-inch figures. But if you can pose her in a certain way, or you know, it kind of doesn't, it won't be as noticeable, but you know, just keep that in mind. You can't just have her in a straight pose like this, because it'll look very out of place, you know, but that's fine. All right, now let's test out her articulation real quick. So first up, head is on a ball joint, so it can go to full 360. It can go up, it can go down. She does have a neck joint, as much as she, like, that is so interesting. You know, but she does have a neck joint. That gives her so much range. Dear Lord. That neck joint gives her so much range. Right? She can bring her arms out. She does have a little bit of a twist in here, so that's good. Also, nice little bit of ab crunch back and forth. Yep. She doesn't have butterfly joints per se, right? Like they can go in and out like that. But if you force them too much, the arm will pop off. So you don't want to do that. You also don't want to break it. So yeah, just you know, don't force it too much. This is pretty much the extent it'll go, and don't try to force it more than that. She has double jointed elbows. She has a bicep rot. Oh man, what's this called again? I don't know, but it just moves her biceps. right here. Double hinged elbows. Free rotation of the arm up and down. You know, this moves too. This little gauntlet piece moves, which is cool. You can pretty much do the same on the other arm. She can crutch even more of this torso piece. So you can just use both to get her like that, or get her like that, which is cool. It does make her very well articulated, so it's very easy to get her into martial arts poses, which you're going to see in the posing portion. Her legs are weird, and it's just because of this. This is where my problem with this figure comes in. The soft plastic up here isn't that bad. The soft plastic down here limits a lot of the articulation that could be there, right? And here's what I mean. The leg can only go up about that much, and the thing is, you can't really leave it like that, or else you're gonna warp, or you're gonna do that or you're gonna do this, right? Like, you can't have both legs up, right? And even then, it still looks off, right? Like, I don't get why they couldn't just, I don't know, like, maybe stick to having this lower piece, just a solid plastic, like, find a way, because I don't know, for me personally, I just feel like it limits the articulation a lot. And I can tell these legs are very well articulated, because I have taken this piece off, and it does look weird without the piece, don't get me wrong, but like, she can move her legs way more freely without it, right? But yeah, it limits a lot of the articulation, but she can kick about that much, right? Without it looking too out of place. Now, if you take it out just a little bit more, it still kind of looks a little out of place, but she can kick out about a little bit more. Foot joint here, toe pivot here, or toe joint here. She has really good ankle rockers. Let me show you. All right, she has ankle rockers. See? Which is pretty good. Double jointed knees. She can bring her legs out about this much. Yeah, that's basically it. Like I said, you don't really want to force the tolerances on this thing at all. And I really do feel like the main problem with her legs is just this crotch piece. I don't know. Like, I feel like they could have found better ways to implement it, but, you know, for whatever reason, they just didn't. And that's fine. You know, it does bring the figure down just a little bit, but not to the point where it's like the worst figure I have. It's because, in my honest opinion, she's still one of my favorite figures I've gotten this year. Is she going to be in my top 10 figures of 2025? I don't know. Highly unlikely, because like I said, this does bring it down a lot. But you never know. I could get a lot of figures within that time, and she's better, you know. She's better. But yeah, she's pretty good. Not bad articulation, you know, not bad at all, but definitely could be improved. Alright, and that's pretty much it for articulation. Now, without further ado, let me show you some poses, and then we'll get to the final review portion of the video. Hello everybody, welcome to the posing portion of this video. Now, like I stated, her crotch piece the clear plastic really holds it back, but despite that, I was able to get her into some pretty good poses. That's pretty much my only thing I don't like about this figure. Other than that, I really enjoyed this figure. Now, with that being said, back to the rest of the video. Bye! Alright everybody, welcome back to the final review portion of the video. And as you can see, she poses pretty well. Despite all the limitations that this might give, there are ways to counteract it to get her into some really cool poses. Now, with that being said, like I said, my main issue with this figure is just this. The soft plastic really does hold it behind. They did not need to add it there. It just limits the articulation so much. But that being said, this figure, I'm pretty sure it came out 2021 or 2020. I'm not sure, somewhere around that time frame, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, those are the only limitations it has. Other than that, I'd say the figure is really good. Now, with that being said, if I were to rate this figure, I would give it a solid 8.5. I don't think it's 9, or I don't think it's should go higher than 8.5. There are just issues with the figure that I don't like, you know, and there are just things about the figure in terms of how you have to pose it in order to get it to look a certain way that just kind of irk me, but it's not enough to make the figure horrible. It's just enough to kind of annoy me sometimes. With that being said, I still enjoy posing this figure around, and I really enjoyed making this video for you guys. So yeah, she's an 8.5, and honestly, I would recommend it. If you can find her for a pretty reasonable price online, definitely try to get her or pick her up. She's really great. I don't think you'll be disappointed. I know I'm not, anyway. With that being said, if you enjoyed today's video, please like and subscribe and leave a comment down below. With that being said, have a great rest of your day. Bye.